Three Little Pigs. Once upon a time, three little pigs lived on a beautiful farm with their mother. They were indeed a very happy family, as they had plenty to eat and a large farmyard with lots of other animals to play with. As time went by, the little pigs grew big. So one day, Mother Pig called her three children together and said, "My dears, the time has come for you to go out into the world, build houses for yourselves, and seek out your fortunes." The little pigs were so sad to leave their mother. They packed their belongings and got ready to leave. Mother Pig blessed them and said, "Whatever you do, do it well. Also, make sure you keep an eye out for the wicked wolf who roams the forest in search of little pigs." "We'll take care that the wolf doesn't catch us, Mother," they said in chorus and set off. Soon they met a man who was carrying some straw. "Please, will you give me some straw?" asked the first little pig. "I want to build a house for myself." "Yes, of course," said the man, and he gave the first little pig some straw. The first little pig built for himself a house of straw. He was very pleased with his new house. He said, "Now the wolf won't catch me and eat me. Farewell, brothers." The second little pig and the third little pig went on along the road. Soon they met a man who was carrying some sticks. "Please, will you give me some sticks?" asked the second little pig. "I want to build a house for myself." "Well, I can spare some," said the man, and he gave the second little pig some sticks. Then the second little pig built for himself a house of sticks. It was stronger than the house of straw. The second little pig was very pleased with his house. He said, "Now the wolf won't catch me and eat me. Farewell, brothers." The third little pig walked on along the road all by himself. Soon he met a man carrying some bricks. "Please, will you give me some bricks?" asked the third little pig. "I want to build a house for myself." "Yes," said the man, and he gave the third little pig some bricks. Then the third little pig built for himself a house of bricks. It took him a long time to build, for it was a very strong house. The third little pig was very pleased with his house. He said, "Now the wolf won't catch me and eat me." The next day, the wolf came along the road. He came to the house of straw, which the first little pig had built. When the first little pig saw the wolf coming, he ran inside his house and shut the door. The wolf knocked on the door and said sweetly, little pig, let me come in." "No, no," said the little pig, "not by the hair of my chinny chin chin." "Then I will huff and I will puff, and I will blow your house down," said the wicked wolf. So he huffed and he puffed, and he huffed and he puffed. The house of straw fell down, and the wolf ate up the first little pig in one big gulp. The next day, the wolf walked further along the road. He came to the house of sticks, which the second little pig had built. When the second little pig saw the wolf coming, he ran inside his house and shut the door. The wolf knocked on the door and said, little pig, let me come in." "No, no," said the little pig, "not by the hair of my chinny chin chin." "Then I will huff and I will puff, and I will blow your house down," said the wolf. So he huffed and he puffed, and he huffed and he puffed. The house of sticks fell down, and the wolf ate up the second little pig also in one great gulp. The next day, the wolf walked farther along the road. He came to the house of bricks, which the third little pig had built. When the third little pig saw the wolf coming, he ran inside his house and shut the door. The wolf knocked on the door and said, little pig, let me come in." "No, no," said the little pig, "not by the hair of my chinny chin chin." "Then I will huff and I will puff, and I will blow your house down," said the big bad wolf. So he huffed and he puffed, and he huffed and he puffed, but the house of bricks didn't fall down. The wolf was very angry, but he pretended not to be. He thought, "This is one clever little pig. If I want to catch him, I must pretend to be his friend." So the wolf said, "Little pig, if you are ready at 6 o'clock in the morning, I'll take you to the farmer Smith's field. We shall find some nice turnips for dinner." "Very well," said the little pig. But the third little pig was a clever little pig. He knew that the wolf just wanted to eat him. So the next morning, the third little pig set off for Farmer Smith's field at 5 o'clock. He filled his basket with turnips. Then he hurried home before it was 6 o'clock. At 6 o'clock, when the wolf knocked on the door, the little pig said, "I have been to Farmer Smith's field, filled my basket with turnips, and they are now being cooked for my dinner." The wolf was very angry, but he pretended not to be. Then the wolf said, "If you will be ready at 5 o'clock in the morning, I will take you to the farmer's apple tree. We'll pick some red apples." "Very well," said the little pig. The next morning, the little pig set off at 4 o'clock. He found the apple tree. He was up in the tree picking apples when the wolf came along. The little pig was very frightened, but he pretended not to be. He said, "These are fine apples, Mr. Wolf. I will throw you one." He threw down an apple, but it rolled away on the road. The wolf ran after it. In a trice, the little pig jumped down from the tree, ran all the way home, and shut his door quickly. When the wolf saw this, he was very, very angry indeed to be fooled again. He said, "Little pig, I'm going to eat you up. I'm going to climb down your chimney to get you." The little pig was very frightened, but he said nothing. He put a big pot of water on the fire to boil. The wolf climbed on to the roof. When the little pig saw that the wolf had reached the roof and was getting ready to come down, he removed the lid from the pot. The big bad wolf began to come down the chimney. All the while, the water in the pot was getting hotter and hotter. Into the pot of boiling water fell the wolf with a big splash, and that was the end of him. The third little pig, who was indeed too clever for him, lived happily ever after.